All right, let's talk about the future of AI. For a minute, forget Silicon Valley, because the real brawl is happening right now in Europe. We're looking at a three-way race between France, Germany, and the Netherlands.
Okay, so to really get what's happening, you have to see how different their game plans are. I mean, look at these numbers. For France, it's all about focus. A massive 27% of their tech funding is being funneled directly into AI. Germany, it's about pure scale, with nearly 1,000 AI startups. And the Netherlands? Well, they're the deep tech specialists, with a whopping 35% of their entire ecosystem dedicated to it. Three totally different approaches.
And here's the real story. This isn't about who can copy Silicon Valley the best. Not at all. This is about who can write their own playbook, their own set of rules to win this race. And as you're about to see, their rules couldn't be more different.
So let's kick off round one, the foundation model face-off. This is where it all starts. We're talking about the core engines of AI, the massive, powerful models that everything else is built on. This is a battle for raw intelligence.
And right out of the gate, you have two absolute heavyweights. In the French corner, you've got Mistral AI. They're the European flagship, no question. And they're going head-to-head with OpenAI, with a strategy that's all about sovereignty. Then you've got Germany's Aleph Alpha, the industrial champion, laser-focused on explainable, trustworthy AI for its huge enterprise and government sectors. Two titans, two completely different philosophies.
And if you want to understand the French strategy, you just have to follow the money. I mean, look at this. Mistral AI pulled in 1.7 billion euros. That's not just an investment, that is a national statement of intent, with giants like NVIDIA and even the chipmaker ASML backing them.
Germany's approach, though, it's different, but just as serious. Aleph Alpha has raised over $500 million, but not just from flashy venture capitalists. Their funding comes from the bedrock of German industry. We're talking Bosch, SAP, the real powerhouses. They're not just building a model, they're building a trusted partner for the German economic engine.
So, you might be asking, where are the Dutch in this big model fight? Well, they're playing a totally different game. It's called the picks and shovels strategy. Think about it. During a gold rush, you can dig for gold, or you can sell the picks and shovels. The Netherlands is selling the tools, the GPU clouds, the databases, the chips. It's an absolutely brilliant, pragmatic move.
And make no mistake, this isn't just about one or two star companies. The ecosystems run deep. In France, you've got Haas Company, which raised an insane $220 million seed round to build AI that actually does things. Germany has Black Forest Labs, pushing the boundaries of image generation. In the Netherlands, they've got Nebius, a $22 billion company building the GPU cloud to power everybody else. The depth here is just incredible.
All right, let's move on to round two, the industrial battlegrounds. This is where the rubber meets the road, where we see how each country's own economic DNA shapes what they actually do with all this AI power.
Let's start with a big one, health tech. France's Owkin is using a privacy-focused method for drug discovery. Germany's Audit has become a household name with its AI symptom checker. And in the Netherlands, Kepler Vision is using computer vision to monitor patients, tackling a huge real-world problem in healthcare.
And you see this exact same pattern in enterprise tech. France's Dust is a pure software play, an AI to manage company knowledge. Germany's Neurorobotics is building cognitive robots for its world-famous manufacturing sector. And the Netherlands, leaning into its agricultural dominance, has Source AG creating digital twins of greenhouses. Each one is basically weaponizing its own national heritage.
Okay, on to round three, the investment arena. Time to follow the money, right? Because where global capital is flowing tells you a whole lot about who investors think is going to win this thing.
The sheer scale of the flagship investments is so revealing. You've got France's Mistral in a league of its own with that 1.7 billion euro round. Germany's Aleph Alpha is playing a super strong industrial game at over $500 million. But then look at the Netherlands star, Data Snapper. They raised a massive $100 million round, but for a profitable, pragmatic application, not a moonshot model. It perfectly reflects their different strategies.
Now, let's just zoom in on Germany for a second. Its ecosystem isn't just one thing. It's this incredibly powerful duo. You have Berlin, the hub for software and fintech. And then you have Munich, the heart of deep tech, robotics, and mobility. And together, these two cities make up about half of all AI startups in the entire country.
You know, the speed of all this is just breathtaking. This isn't some slow burn evolution. Just look at this timeline.
In just the past couple of years, we've seen unicorns pop up in the Netherlands and France, Germany's fastest ever unicorn, and of course Mistral just soaring past a €12 billion valuation. Value is being created at warp speed across all three of these nations.
So after all that, what's the final verdict? It's time to really lay out the unique playbook that each of these nations is running with.
So let's just boil it all down. France is all in on technological sovereignty, focusing on massive foundation models and AI that can act on its own, with stars like Mistral leading the charge. Germany is playing an industrial B2B first game, leveraging its deep tech and manufacturing DNA, with companies like Aleph Alpha. And the Netherlands is executing a pragmatic infrastructure strategy, building the hardware and software that powers everyone else, with players like Nabius and Data Snipper. Three nations, three very clear, very powerful strategies.
Which really brings us to the final, big question. We've framed this whole thing as a competition, but will these countries continue to be rivals? Or will collaboration be the key to building a true European AI powerhouse that can take on the world? Ultimately, who is going to define the future?
Thanks for diving into this with us. And just a quick note before we go, this analysis was put together using research from both humans and AI, so it's always a good idea to verify the facts for yourself. We'll see you next time.